Hi Enzo, how are things looking on the injury front? Anyone returning for this game?
Anyway, Reece is back from already last game. Romeo is very close, he start to work with us. And then for the rest, not any update. Keenan is still out. Unfortunately, Wes will be out for very long time, and Benoit will be out at least until February. So the only two big update is on Wes Fofana and Benoit, that they're gonna be out for very long time.
Do either require surgery?
No at the moment, for sure no Benoit. Wes, no at the moment.
Does that affect your thinking in terms of this transfer window and those two long term?
We see now the focus is on tomorrow game. That is an important game, like the rest. So the focus is just about tomorrow, but for sure these two players, they're gonna be out for a long time, so we see.
And Reece James, how close is he to getting some minutes again?
No, he's back. The last game against Ipswich, he was with us just to be with us on the squad. The plan was not to give him any minutes. Tomorrow is different. We can give him minutes. So hopefully, we all know how important is Reece for us. So hopefully he can get minutes very soon.
You said consistently that you're not in the title race. Were you unfortunately proven right over Christmas?
Yeah, but I didn't need to wait to lose a game to understand that. This is the reason why, and I always said the same, that I would like to tell you, yes, we are there because it's something nice. It's not something bad to be in the title race. But the reason why I said is because I don't think we were ready. We are ready, and as I said, I didn't need to wait to lose 2 games in a row to prove myself or you that I was right.
What do you put this dip in form down to, and how concerned are you by it?
I'm always concerned, even when we win games, but I don't think it's how to say bad form. I think it's just analyzed game by game. Against Fulham, we were winning 1-0 until 82, 83 minutes, and then we conceded 2 goals. Ipswich probably was not our day in terms of, I don't know how many chances we created, clear chances, but probably their desire don't concede and to win the game was higher than us, and yeah.
And you are very much in the race for the top 4. How important is it you don't slip up again this weekend?
No, not only this weekend. The next 19 games, it's important that we're gonna be there. I said already many times, I don't think one of us in this room expect us to be where we are now at the beginning of the season. That means that the team is doing very well. But now we have the second part ahead of us. We have to continue to do that, knowing that we're gonna be third again, we're gonna be hopefully second again, but we can be also 5th or 6th in the table. No panic, it's just a matter of to see at the end of the season where we are.
Thank you, James. Alex?
Hi Enzo, how are you? Just wondering, those 2 disappointing results, how have they affected the mood around here, morale?
No, absolutely. We don't like to lose games. We don't like to drop points, but it's not going to affect our journey because we all know, we are aware that during the season you are going to lose game. And as I said, we finished the first part of the season. Now we're gonna start the second part, thinking that again we are going to win games, we are going to lose game. But the important thing is to see how the team is improving game by game and things that we can do better. And don't forget that this is just a journey start 5-6 months ago. So it's not, I said 5 years ago or 6 years ago. They are still teams that they are together 5-6 years and they are still fighting to win title, the Premier League. And we just started 5-6 months ago.
Is that the reason why you say that this team isn't ready to compete for the title? Because so many incredible players in that team, anyone would think that they could compete for a Premier League title.
Yeah, but you don't need only good player. I said many times, for me the talent is not enough today in football. You need to add more things that we are adding, like togetherness, like become a team in a difficult moment. And the difference between us and, I said, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, is that in that aspect they are more ready and team than us. We're gonna be there hopefully soon.
Crystal Palace up next, a 1-1 draw in the reverse fixture. What kind of game are you expecting this time at Selhurst Park?
Tough game, like you see, even the last game for us was tough. They are all tough game, especially there in their stadium. They are quite clear what they do with since the manager is there. Also off the ball, they are very aggressive. It's a team that if you concede them transition, they can hurt you. So we need to manage both phases when we attack and when we defend.
You brought Aaron Anselmino back from Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
What was the reasoning behind that? What are your plans for him?
No, it's another talent, another good player. Now the most important thing is that he arrived here and he adapt himself. He start to find house and settling in the right way. And then we need to give him time, because when you come from the other part of the world, you need to adapt, you need to see a new world, new culture. But for sure we are going to try to help him to adapt as soon as possible.
Just finally on Romeo Lavia's absence, only won 1 of 4 games without him last month. What kind of impact does a fit Romeo Lavia have on this team?
Yeah, last month, but probably we won more games without Romeo previously. Romeo, no matter if we win games or we lose game, Romeo, we all consider Romeo top player, but the most important thing for this kind of player is to be fit. So no doubt when Romeo is fit that is top player. We need just to try to understand how we can help him don't get injury enough.
Thanks, Alex. John?
Hi there. With Wesley, do you expect him to be out for the rest of the season, and how big a blow is it given how important he's become for you?
Unfortunately, could be out for the season, yeah. So we don't know exactly if for the entire season, but unfortunately he could be out for part of the season. And we are together here since we start, and every time you ask me about Wes, I said many times that I'm in love with Wes. I was in love with Wes, also because Wes is that kind of defender that give you the chance to press and be aggressive and to leave him 1v1 with Watkins all pitch. We did exactly the same when Wes was injured with Benoit Badiashile, 1v1 with Solanke all pitch, and they can deal with that. And it's very difficult to find that kind of defender, but now unfortunately both are injured. We are trying to find different solutions, but for sure for us Wes is a huge loss.
Yeah. Halfway, as you said, halfway through the season, from what you've seen so far, are you confident of finishing in the top 4?
We are there for the first part of the season. We were there almost since we start every game. We need to improve many things, but for sure we're gonna try to be there at the end of the season.
And how important is it for your plan of the club and the progression to play Champions League football next season?
I said already many times, I have to be honest, when I met the club, they never asked me to be championship top 4 this season. They said to me that they want to build in 2, 3, 4, 5 years a team that they can fight for title, but they never said me next year we need to be in championship. Now, for sure, I'm gonna tell you that if we are in Champions League next season, we are all happy, because it's where the club has to be
But
in
your
the
mind,
future.
you must have a plan of where you want to be next season.
No, in my plan, I'm not thinking about June. I don't believe about the future, to be honest, because I can imagine in September playing the Champions League, but if I don't win games, so I don't believe about the future, because yes, I can imagine winning game and then if we don't win, or I can imagine lose game and then if we win. So for me the future is fake. But not only football, it's my idea about everything. For sure you have a dream or you have desire, and if you ask me, for sure it's to bring this club to the Champions League or to compete for title. Like when I was at Leicester in Championship, my dream was to bring that club to the Premier League, because it's a club that belongs to the Premier League. And for Chelsea, it's exactly the same. My dream is to bring this club, but then the future it's a little bit fake.
Thank you, John. Bradley?
Hi Enzo, hope you're well. Nicholas Jackson scored in his fixture early this season, 9 goals this season. How pleased have you been with his performances, and how much more do you think there is to come from him?
No, he can do many things better. He's doing already very good. As you said, probably he scored 9 goals, and the last year he scored 14. So he scored almost the goals that he scored last year. So hopefully he can score more goals. He can help us. But we are completely happy with the Nicol. And the reason why he didn't play the last game against Ipswich is because we have also more players that they can help us.
You touched on transfers earlier. A couple of your players have been linked with moves away in the last couple of days, Ben Chilwell being one of those. What can you tell us about his future at the club?
No idea, to be honest, in terms of his window transfer is January. There are players that probably they are going to leave, but not sure at the moment.
So Ben Chilwell could leave this month then? Would that be fair?
Cool, yeah.
And another one is Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. You mentioned earlier about his injury, but is he someone that you would like to keep here until the end of the season?
The one that they are here, and then we see if it's going to happen something. But the one that they are here is because we are happy to have them here.
That's great. That's nice one. Thank you.
We'll do 3 more. Rob, Simon and Bobby.
Hi, Zach. With Romeo Lavia then, is it too simplistic to think that just taking him out of the team over those last few weeks has been the difference in this downturn? Because we have seen it with players at other clubs, where you take one player out and it can completely derail the way the team plays. We saw it with Saliba at Arsenal a couple of seasons ago, and Rodri, arguably, this season at City.
No.
Is it overly simplistic to think that one player can so disrupt?
No, I think football, it's all about players. We can have the best idea, but if you don't have players, you struggle. Romeo for us is a top player, and for sure with Romeo we are a better team. But when Romeo is not there, we need to also manage that kind of game. I think since we start, we won games without Romeo. We lose a game without Romeo. But for sure, if you ask me, we are a better team with Romeo, but not only with Romeo. We are much better team with Reece James. So it's all about players. It's not about again. I can give the players the tools how they have to behave, for sure, 100%. But if they are not good enough, I can give them all the tools that I have. But if they are not good enough, we are not going to win games. So it's a little bit both.
Simon.
Enzo, sorry to go back to Wesley, but you initially sort of said this kind of injury that he picked up after the Villa game, I think you said, takes 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. What has changed for it to be this bad?
No, it was the first update, the first information we had, but then making test, we realized that was worse than what we thought at the beginning.
So it's a really bad hamstring tear?
Yeah, it's hamstring, and unfortunately we are going to lose him for a while.
How concerning is it, because this is the 3rd straight season for Wesley where injury has basically ruined his season?
I don't think this kind of injury can be compared to the rest, because this one is muscle, and I think that previously he never had any injury problem, any muscle problem. So it's a completely different kind of injury. It's a bit unlucky, but he will be back, and he will be back good in the way he was before he was injured.
And just quickly on Anselmino, is the plan to send him on loan, or is it actually for him to stay around?
No, at the moment the plan is to keep him here, to allow him to work with us, and then to take a decision.
And we'll finish with Bobby.
Just staying with Anselmino, do you think there's a chance do you believe he's ready to sort of go into the team, and how was the decision influenced by the injuries to Benoit and Wes?
No, if he's here it's because we think that he's a good player and he can help us, but for sure he's very young and he's coming, as I said, from Argentina, completely different culture, different football, different level, so he needs time to adapt.
Okay, thank you.